Hi guys, I am up here at the Winter Haven Police Department in Winter Haven, Florida. I just wanted to talk a little bit about their involvement with my brother's incident. So on May 3rd, 2014, when my mom had called 911 that she thought her son may have been having a heart attack, it was the Winter Haven Fire Department and Polk County Fire Rescue that were involved with that incident. The Winter Haven Fire Department was less than 2 miles from where my brother and mom were waiting after 5 a.m. on a Saturday. I doubt there was much traffic out at that time, so being as close as they were, less than 2 miles from the house, they should have got there very quickly. There was reports that they got there in 5 minutes. I believe there's testimony to that by a Polk County Fire Rescue EMT. Now, the Polk County Fire Rescue ambulance were less than a mile from where my mom and brother were waiting. And when they got there, no equipment was brought in, no chest compressions, no oxygen, no epinephrine. Protocols were not followed. And my brother, a father of 2 and a Navy veteran, passed away. They should have rendered life-saving measures for my brother. And then when we got the patient care report, we found out that it was documented. They had wrote down that my brother had had signs of lividity and rigor mortis. And how would he have signs of lividity and rigor mortis? When we got the 911 audio, you can hear him speaking on it, even telling my mother he already took one when she asked if he took an aspirin. And my mom was a witness, and she had told them he was speaking to her right before they walked in. So Winter Haven Police Department gets involved with the death investigation, they called it. They actually took photographs inside and outside my mother's home, listed them as a crime scene. One of the Winter Haven Fire Department lieutenants had said testimony saying that he thought there was something suspicious. And he even said he's the one that had Winter Haven Police Department come out. Yeah, there was something suspicious, all right. It would have nothing to do with my mom. The fact that they didn't render life-saving measures to my brother, that was suspicious. So anyways, the Winter Haven Police Department got involved. They showed up. And you know that there are photographs missing from the crime scene photos. And I have tried to get Captain Donald Nunnery. He's the one that he took photographs at the Winter Haven Hospital where my mom ended up going when a former officer that used to work for Winter Haven kept threatening my mom, saying if she didn't get into the ambulance that he was going to Baker Act her. Now remember, that ambulance was called for my brother, and she kept telling him, please help my son. I called for him. She refused 2 or 3 times, and she said, no, I'm not leaving. And then she finally got so scared, she ended up getting in the ambulance. And she ended up at the hospital. We ended up driving from Orlando to the hospital, and we saw Donald Nunnery take photographs of our mother's hand. Okay, there was a police officer outside of her room in a chair. He was inside and he took photographs, and we even questioned, there were several witnesses, we even questioned what he was taking photographs of her hand for. He said it was just policy and procedure. You see, my mom's hand swelled up a little when right before the EMS arrived, my brother fell over and she started doing chest compressions, which is what they should have did. And her hand swelled up because she's on blood thinners. So he took photographs of my mom's hand. Well, I have been trying to get those photographs for years, and Donald Nunnery will not answer my emails requesting where are those photographs. And there's also photographs missing from an officer who used to work here. He said he took photographs on scene at the house and he turned them over to the Winter Haven Police Department. Those photographs are missing as well. It makes no sense. Where would they go? What would be the purpose of those photographs missing? And what is the purpose of Donald Nunnery just not responding to me and telling me where they are? I mean, I have a CD full of photographs, probably 200. Testimony that photographs were taken at my mom's house from a former Winter Haven Police Department officer, but they're nowhere in those photos. And then we have witnesses that saw Donald Nunnery take photos at the hospital of mom's hands. Those are also missing. So I'm just trying to get answers. It was almost 11 years ago, and I still don't have all the answers that I'm looking for. I have enough to know that there are some people that need to be held accountable, and they haven't been. So I wanted to take the opportunity. Let's see. Oh, look. That's Donald Nunnery. He was the one that took the photographs of my mom at the Winter Haven Hospital. I can't get him to answer my emails. And he told me if there's anything I ever needed to contact him. I just want to know what happened to the photographs in my mom's hand and the ones that the other officer took on scene. It's very important that we have oversight, transparency, and accountability. That's most important. And I want to show you what this picture says here in the police department. We are part of the community, not apart from the community. And that says, I guess, Charlie Bird, former chief of police. That was a quote he had. I wish that was true. It's not always true. I mean, sometimes it is, but there are times when we need to bridge the gap. We do. And we need oversight, transparency, and accountability because these are people's lives. My brother was a father of two and a Navy veteran, and he received no life-saving measures as he should have. And no one's been held accountable. The ones involved are still going to houses in Winter Haven. And so Winter Haven Fire Department and Polk County Fire Rescue employees promoted, not even disciplined, for their involvement. And I would appreciate it if Donald Nunnery would please answer my emails. You know, he is paid with taxpayer dollars. You know, the citizens pay his salary. And I would appreciate it if he would return my emails inquiring about those photographs, especially when we have witnesses that saw him take those. So it was Donald Nunnery and Samantha Phillips that were involved with that death investigation. And here's something interesting I want everybody to know. And if you go to Cookie Groover, COOKIE, GROOVER, Facebook, I have photographs, documents, audios from the investigation. I am just trying to educate and expose and get changes. Well, listen to this. There is what's called a death investigation checklist. On that checklist has on there to request the 911 audio. Of course, it makes sense. You go to the very beginning, you get that audio. Now, I don't know how or why, but my brother's 911 audio ended up in the trash bin of the system at Polk County Sheriff's Office. Now, I was told that they are to keep those a certain amount of time and they're on an automatic purge. That's what they told me. And that my brother's was found in the trash bin. Well, it wasn't supposed to be there. Not according to how long they told me they keep them. And I have the email where the person said they retrieved that from the recycle or trash bin. And gosh, I hope that person gets the care that they they need. And let me just say something else too. Well, first of all, going back to the 911 call, if it were not for the person that gave us that 911 audio, we would have not had the proof that my brother was speaking while they were less than a mile and 2 miles from the home. He's speaking on it. You would not have signs of lividity and rigor mortis if you're talking right before they got there. But that was their justification of not giving him CPR. So if you have lividity and rigor mortis, if they write that, well, they're not going to give you CPR if they think you've been dead for long enough to get lividity and rigor mortis, see? And they didn't give my brother CPR, but that was based on lies. He didn't have signs of lividity and rigor mortis, yet that justified them giving no CPR. So now I'm concerned about citizens that maybe live alone. My mother was a witness and actually told them that my brother was speaking right before they walked in. And you know what? I don't know why they didn't believe her. Why would they not listen to her? One of the Polk County Fire Rescue EMTs, Timothy Christensen, he said he heard my mother say that. You know, I have his audio on my Facebook page from the investigation. Please go over there and listen to Polk County Fire Rescue EMT, where it's like about a 4-minute long audio, and you won't believe this. You won't even believe the stuff he says. He admits to mom saying it. Why didn't he speak up? Why has he not been disciplined along with many others that have been promoted? This is unacceptable. How can you trust these people to go to your home or your loved one's home after all this comes out? It's unacceptable. So we need changes, we need accountability, and I'm just doing short videos and telling stories of the different government entities that were involved, and I know that a lot of them do their job. They honor the oath. My mother's life was saved in Winter Haven with Winter Haven Fire Department and Polk County Fire Rescue. They showed up at her home, saved her life, and it was a cardiac call. That's because they followed the protocols. They brought equipment. They did their job, and she's alive today because of it. But my brother, they did not bring equipment. They didn't do chest compressions. They didn't give him oxygen. Still going to homes. Never held accountable. Please go to my Facebook page. I have photographs of the ones that were involved with the incident. Film EMS if they come to your house if you're able, or get a loved one to. Set up cameras in your home. Get doorbell cameras. Turn them on. You turn them on when you call 911. Get the whole thing. Make sure you get to where it's pointed at you or your loved one, and record them, because sadly we can't trust all of them. Thank you guys for tuning in.